Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a very special vlog for you. I'm actually over in Lisbon in Portugal, somewhere I've always wanted to go. We're going to get some amazing photos hopefully. It's a fantastic city for street art. I've got my camera, I've got you guys, let's go. Hola from Lisbon. This city is a photographer's dream. Colour, light and history around every corner. Today I'm taking you on a visual journey through three of the things that make Lisbon so special. The iconic trams, its breathtaking architecture, and exploring some of the vibrant art in the city, both street art and performance art. Lisbon is one of the oldest cities in Western Europe, predating even Rome by centuries. It's a city full of stunning architecture, including the famous tiles that you see all over town. And as a bit of great news for any would-be photographer, it has over 300 days of sunshine every year, making it one of Europe's sunniest capitals. So, without further ado, let's get stuck in and see what we can find. There's amazing views around every corner in Lisbon, and this was one that I wanted to quickly capture. I always like to get a quick test shot out early doors, and this is the one for me. Check out this view. One of Lisbon's most photographed icons has to be its trams. These yellow beauties, especially Tram 28, aren't just transport, they're moving history. They rattle through narrow streets that you couldn't imagine cars even squeezing through. They bring so much character to street scenes and are truly unique for Lisbon. If I'm totally honest, one of the things that I really wanted to shoot when I came to Lisbon was its iconic trams. Just check out how cool this tram is rattling down the road. There's just something about them that's so timeless and so iconic. From a photography point of view, I love capturing them in motion. The leading lines of the tracks and the contrast of the yellow against the pale buildings. And if we're lucky, even some great reflections in the tram windows. As soon as I walked down this street I spied this wonderful line here. Vibrance of the city buildings mixed with the darkness of the tarmac really sets off the photo quite well. Now all I just need to do is wait for the right trams. Speaking of great architecture, just round the corner from that shot is this amazing Parliament building. One of the challenges of a building of this size is trying to find a way to get it all into frame. What I'm going to try and do is step back a little bit from the building and shoot from a low angle and just see how it looks. What I'm going to try and do is use the stairs to try and give me a form of leading lines just to really kind of draw the building out. I think we'll come back to this building a little bit later and see if we can catch it just from a bit of a different perspective. I think that'll be able to give us a very different vibe. Sometimes photography is just for fun, and the moody look on this cat's face is absolutely everything. Let me grab a quick shot. Lisbon is a maze of tiny streets, every one of them with a little bit of unique charm. I really love the vibrant colours and I can't help but capture a shot every time I look down the street. Lisbon's a city that you can just enjoy getting lost in the back streets, and walking around here is where I found some of my favourite shots from the trip. Here's one of a street performer. This is probably one of my favourite shots that I shot in Lisbon. The reason I like it is because it's a combination of bringing together three different art forms. We've got graffiti art, we've got music, and now we've got photography. Speaking of street art though, I would be doing Lisbon disservice if I didn't mention the amazing graffiti art here. Here's a few shots of some of my favourite pieces. Remember I said we'd come back to the Parliament building? Well, here's the shot I'm going to go for. Using these houses to line it up gives us a really different feel. Every street here is just a marvel. Lining up this church with the houses, again, it gives us that really great feel. There's two different options here. I can shoot it like this, or alternately, I can go for a low angle and see how it looks. Which one do you prefer? It was up this street I met my new best friend, and how could you sum up the vibe of Portugal and Lisbon any better than this? Here's a cat just chilling in the sunshine and enjoying the heat. The main square of Portugal is simply magnificent. The openness, the architecture, it's all on point. But with an area this big, and not having brought my drone with me, I really wanted to find a way to do it justice, and in the end I found that my favourite shot was actually looking back at it. Every inch of Lisbon is a masterpiece, and nothing expresses that better than this building. This is their main central train station. Curves, the stonework and the detailing are simply magnificent. It's the juxtaposition of ancient and modern that really makes it so eye-catching. This building gave me some really great inspiration. Using these windows is the perfect place to capture some fun silhouettes. All I need to do now is wait for the right person to walk by and capture the shot. Another icon of Lisbon is the Santa Justa lift. It's a wonderful building and I really wanted to do it justice. Here's the shot I went for. Pink Street used to be famous for bars and bordellos. Now it's just famous for bars, but it's a great street and well worth checking out for a little bit of fun and a little bit of colour. Another great way to see the city is by a tuk-tuk tour. The tour I went on actually lasted 5 full hours, and I can honestly say it completely immersed me in Lisbon's history and culture. I learnt so much while getting shaken around in the back of this tuk-tuk. Awesome. I'll put the link in the description to the same tuk-tuk drive that I used. Hopefully you can have just a good experience. There are monasteries all over Lisbon, but none quite so special as Geronimo's monastery. You can see here the queues go on all day. If you want to get inside without queuing, you have to get up pretty early, but even from the outside you can see that the architecture is fantastic, and the angles and the details make some really great photo opportunities. You pretty much can't go anywhere in Lisbon without seeing the imposing structure of the 25th of April bridge. It really frames Lisbon and gives us some great photo opportunities. What makes it a challenge for photography though, is trying to find the shot that not everyone has got. So in this case, I've tried to set the frame against some corrugated metal to give it a really edgy and grungy feel. Of course, it's at sunset that this bridge really comes into its own. So I've taken a bit of time to head out to the Botanical Gardens just outside of Lisbon Centre now, just so we can have a bit of a quieter place to have a bit of a chat about the Lisbon experience. So how have I sort of found it? It's a really cool city, it's really vibrant, it's got such a chill vibe that you would really genuinely, you could just sit and enjoy it and take it all in. In terms of the photography, you've got choice. I mean, literally everywhere you point your camera, there is going to be a beautiful sort of shot. It does get really busy during the busy parts of the day with tourists everywhere, and that can be really tricky, but if you're up for the morning light and you're out for the sunsets in the evening, you've got a real treat here. The trams, absolutely iconic. The number 28 tram is the one that you want to be riding if you're looking for a little bit of nostalgia. Yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, you can see them all over town, they're really easy to get on and off. But yeah, picturesque. The thing of course is that you want to try and find that photo that not everyone has got, which is the challenge, because every third person here has got a camera, so there must be a million of those photos out there. But when you do get a good one, that's what makes it so special. All in all, would I recommend Lisbon? I absolutely would. It's a perfect city to come and just chill, soak it all in and enjoy the moment. There's 1,000 different bars to sit and enjoy and watch the world go by. It's a very stylish city, by the way. Like, there are so many people dressed to the nines here. I am not, I'm just a guy in a white t-shirt, but they're phenomenal. So if you're into your street photography in terms of atmospheric portraiture and all that sort of good stuff, it's a really cool place to be. I think one of the things that makes Lisbon really special right now, the feel of it, is that it feels like a place that's just before it's going to hit its major tourist boom. So there are areas that are still quite run down, but you've also got a lot of investment going on in the city, and you really want to kind of come and experience these places when it's actually an authentic experience, before every other corner is an English-speaking restaurant and it's all the same. And I think that's what this trip's given me. It's given me that chance to get in before the major boom of it all, and that makes it quite special too. So what's been my favourite shot so far? So I love all the ones with the trams because, like I say, they're iconic Lisbon. I think my favourite shot of the trip so far though is the gentleman playing the guitar just on a street corner. I don't know if he was busking in the sense that you would sort of see it down in London or what have you, or whether he was just playing his guitar. And it was such a cool sort of vibe and a quiet little back street with that going on. So really pleased that that shot came out well. Let me know what your favourite shots are in the comments. It'd be really cool to hear. If you have enjoyed the video, of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. So I think while I'm walking here, this is probably a pretty good place to wrap up the Lisbon section of this video. After this, I'm going to head down to the Algarve, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a lot more sunsets and sea scenery and sea stacks and all of that sort of good stuff. But yeah, stick with me. So summing up, Lisbon is an amazing city with amazing opportunities. I didn't want to leave this video without one more shot of the Lisbon skyline. There we go, guys. That concludes my trip to Lisbon. It's been a fantastic day. The sun's beautiful, the vibe has been amazing. We've got some great shots. Until next time, keep taking your photos and I'll see you again.